up, guys? It's your girl Chrissy Angel, back at it again with another video. Thank you guys for tuning back into my channel. If you are new, then welcome to my channel. Please make sure that you subscribe, join the family. I love you already, so yeah. As you guys can see based on the title, today is a story time, and it's not just any regular story time. I'm giving you my dorming experiences. I had to think about that for a second, but yeah, I'm giving you, not experiences because I've only dormed one time at one school, but I'm giving you guys my dorming experience while I'm eating my dinner. It is a Friday night. It is now 10:29 and I am exhausted. I have to wake up early because I have stuff to do, but you guys will see that. My daughter is still up right now, but I got this little trick. She's watching her shows in my room and I'm recording in the living room for the first time. Well, no, I recorded one time in here with my best friend, but that's neither here nor there. So I just wanted to give you guys my dorming experience while I eat my dinner. 2 for 1, okay? I have a double chicken chalupa, I think. Yeah, I have a double chalupa box from Taco Bell. So for those of you who never had Taco Bell before or don't know about this $5 box, I need y'all to get up on it. And it's a double chalupa box, so this has 2 chalupas in it. So yeah, I'm about to be a fat girl while I'm telling y'all my stories or whatever. So first, let me show y'all what's in here. They give you like these little cinnamon swirls, cinnamon sticks or whatever. And let me show you. Here's one taco. And the double chalupa part is the best part. Oh, there's only one in here. Okay. I got gypped. But this is what the chalupa looks like. It's supposed to be 2 chalupas in here, I believe, because it's a double chalupa. I only got one, so ain't nothing I could do about it now. It was only $5 anyway. Oh, I don't like those. I don't even know why I tried. But sip your drink. So yeah, let me just jump right into this story, right? This little table doing me justice. So I dormed only one time at one school, and I was there for 2 years. I dormed both years. I would definitely have to say, dorming for me was quite an experience. It was like, it was something that I didn't expect, because eating and talking is very hard. But it was a different experience for me, because when you think of dorms, you think like, you know, the little room, one bed, you and your roommate, you know, you guys are sharing a room. You go out the hall, everybody's sharing the bathroom, like whoever's on the floor. Like, when I heard dorms, that's what I was thinking of. But the school that I went to, the rooms were apartments. It was like little suites. And depending on whatever you paid for, thank God my mother paid for a single room. Whatever room you paid for, Like, so there was shared room and there was single room, meaning shared room is like what I explained. It's you and your roommate, and obviously the single room is just, you know, you have your own room. So I had my own room both years that I was doing there. Me and this hand is like doing a lot. Anywho, I had my own room both years I was dorming there, and I was in the same building because my dorms, it was set up into two parts. So it was like the north building and the south building, and I was in the north building both years. My first year I was on the 4th floor. I would never forget because my room had the most amazing view. You could see people walking on the lawn. You could see people coming out of their classrooms. And I was right next door to one of my classrooms too. So that was perfect for me. Like the campus, it was a beautiful campus. That's number one. I used to walk around campus at nighttime. And I had, you know, the privilege to because I was dorming there. So it was like, it was amazing for me. It was different because, first of all, like I said, it was something that I wasn't used to. I've never been like away besides going to my sleepaway camp for 2 weeks. But this was 2 years, you feel me? Like this is a different, like a completely different experience for me. So it was like, not only was I in my own room, but I was like in my own suite. And, you know, like my mom and like my grandma and stuff and my titi, which is aunt in Spanish for those of you who don't know. Like they were helping me with like my own groceries. So being that I'm there, like the thing is, it was set up like an apartment. So it was 2 rooms on one side and it was 2 rooms on the other side. It was 2 bathrooms. We shared the kitchen, the living room, and the dining area, which was like a little table, 4 chairs. It was really cute. And I had a moment. But yeah, it was really cute. And like I said, I had my own room. I had my own room both years. So both suites were pretty much set up the same way. It was just that the first year I was on the 4th floor, the second year I was on the 3rd floor. So my view was a little different, and my room was on the other side rather than the first year I went. So that was different for me too. But this is not good. But yeah, like my room, I hated my room on the second year because the view was trash. Like I just seen like this little alleyway. It was annoying. But the lit part about it was my first year dorming, so much happened. Like I was so scared to be there, first of all, because I didn't think that I was gonna make any friends, because I was hell-bent on me and my best friend at the time going to the same school. And it was really hard for me to leave my friends from high school. Like I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but I was like really going through like serious inside depression that year. And the funny thing about it was, dorming, like the move-in day was on my birthday. So even though I celebrated my birthday before I left, like my parents, they threw me a birthday / going away party, which I was late to, but I had a lot of fun at. But it was like literally right after graduation. So, you know, we all had our graduation, we celebrated our, you know, we had fun during our summer, and then boom, my birthday came. I had my little 18th birthday party. Everybody was like, you know, congratulations. They signed this paper. They signed like this little picture collage for me. I had so much fun, but then it was like, dang, like I really have to move. Like I'm not gonna be home. Like this is crazy. But it was different. Like I had to be more independent because I'm dorming and I have to cook for myself now. Like, I'm so used to my mom coming home and making dinner, sharing it out, and then bringing food to my room. But it was completely different. Like, where I live now, I didn't live here when I first started. When I went to that school, I lived somewhere else. So I was so used to, like, you know, coming home from like practice or whatever, because I was on the step team and I was dancing, I was on a cheerleading team in high school, mad stuff. But I was so used to my mom cooking and everything and bringing food home or whatever the case may be, and we would have like our family time when we would watch movies in the living room or whatever the case may be. And it was just like, damn, like, I'm really not home anymore. So I had more, like, I've always had freedom because my mom and dad, like, they always trust me. Like, I wasn't that type of kid to be outside, you know, doing God knows what or being all crazy, thank God. But it was just different having so much freedom. Like, at 4 or 5 in the morning, I was literally leaving my suite to go walk to 7-Eleven, which was like 11 blocks away. And I had my little clique, you know, at the time. I mean, we still thick as thieves, you know. And it's funny because they gave me the name Thug Life at school. I would never forget, I joined the step team. And it's crazy because all of us that were on the step team, we were dormant. And I remember a friend of mine at the time, I could say her name because it's nothing bad, but a friend of mine at the time, her name was Tiffany. Her and I still cool, but her and I, we were like this. That was my, like, you feel me? That was my, And I don't want to curse, but we were walking around one day and we noticed that they had step team auditions. So I was like, man, I want to audition. And she was like, listen, let's go. Like, I'm with it. So we go to the audition, and, you know, I'm very persistent with stuff. Like, I'm very like, nah, I gotta know if I made it. I gotta know. So I'm emailing, trying to see if I made it. And I made it. We ended up being on the step team. And that's how I got so close with my friend that I mentioned to you guys in my previous video, Madam Bree. That's how I got so close to her, and our good friend Livy, and my other friend Shells. That's not her real name, but we all gave each other these names. But they gave me the name Thug Life because of how hard I stepped and because of the things that I went through in my life. Like, it just made me who I was while I was stepping, you know? So that name, I stuck with it. They still call me that. I love it. I'm 24 now. Got the name when I was 18. So it's fine by me, you know. It was cool. But dorming, it opened my mind up to so many things because, you guys know that? I struggled OD just now. But it opened my mind up to so many things because I'm away. And I didn't want to only focus on school. Like, I wanted to do school and sports, anything athletic, because I was always into something. I was interested in doing work study, all of that. So I got me a little work study job while I was dormant, so I was able to do my homework at work. That's one thing I always wanted to experience, because I used to watch movies and see people, you know, working at their school, and I'm like, I want to do that when I go away. Let me backtrack a little bit and let you guys know. I didn't go away that far. I was literally only in another borough. And it wasn't that bad traveling back and forth whenever I had to, except for when I had bags on top of bags. Granted, if you know me, you know, ever since I was little, I was always a bag lady. I was always carrying a whole bunch of stuff everywhere with me. But my back, I've always had a bad back. And I'm not lazy at all, but when it comes to holding stuff, I just really don't like it. So after a while, I'm just like, I gotta go to Brooklyn? For what? Y'all can't just meet me? Like, that's really how I felt. But sometimes I really did want to come home, you know, surprise my family, link up with my friends, whatever the case may be. But as I was saying before, dormant really opened my mind to so many things, and I'm really happy that I got the experience to do so. So, you know, it was just a really different experience for me. And my parents are home now. Say hi. But yeah, I ended up joining the step team while I was dormant. I ended up joining a sorority at the time. I'm no longer in the sorority anymore, unfortunately. But I ended up joining a sorority. I also did work study, like I said. I threw some really lit parties in my room as well. We did this thing called Thirsty Thursday. And like I told you guys, my first year dormant, I was on the 4th floor. So, and that had the most amazing view. So the 4th floor was like the lit floor. And it was supposed to be the quiet floor. But it was lit because it was just lit. Like, all my parties that I threw in my room were always lit. My roommates always had people in there. Like, my suite was literally the party suite. It was always something going on Thursdays. It was always something going on the weekends. And mind you, I was a freshman at the time, and it was only because, like, the girls that I hung out with that were on the step team, I don't know what it was about them, but I feel like they brought out the inner me. Because like I told you guys, I was scared to go. I didn't think I was gonna make any friends. I didn't know anybody that was going to that school. It was literally my parents. They took me out to eat. I moved in, and then a couple hours later they left. So I was in there like, I don't know, like, do I go say hi to my roommates? Do I try to make friends? Do I stay in my room? I don't know what to do. So, you know, it's never hard for me to make friends because I'm an outgoing person. I love to laugh. I love to make people feel good. So I didn't really have a hard time, but I was so nervous like the first couple weeks. And until I was just like, you know what, let me just break out this shell of mine. Let me stop being so nervous. It's not hard to be friends with people. So eventually, I ended up hanging out with the girls from the step team. Started going from, you know, building to building, making friends. And then that's when the parties came, and me meeting friends in my classes. And I was traveling, you know, back and forth a lot more. It's funny because I'm not even eating that much anymore now. It's not even a mukbang at this point. It's just story time. But, yeah, I do miss it. I think about dormant all the time. I really miss it. Like, it made me be more independent. You know, it was sad, like I said, because I miss my mom and my dad, you know, making food and bringing it to my room or coming home with food. I definitely did miss having, like, you know, my own, like, all my own space, even though I did have my own room, but it was just different for me, you know. But yeah, work study, step team, sorority. I didn't have any relationships at school. I didn't really think that like, I didn't have like an actual boyfriend or an actual girlfriend at my school. I did have a couple people that I may have had a crush on, but I was more so dealing with people that I was already dealing with outside of school. So I was like, I'm not even gonna, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to share my little experience, my dormant experience with you guys, because I just thought that, you know, maybe some people watching may want to send their kids away. Definitely, because somebody asked me this, do I recommend dormant? I definitely do recommend dormant because it teaches you independence. You know, me being out there having my own little work study job. It wasn't my first job, but it was like my first job away from my parents. So it was like, if I really needed something, I had to fend for myself. Even though my mom was literally a phone call away. And like I said, I didn't go to school too far. Like, if I wanted to go home, I could have just went home. 2 hours and 30 minutes, that's nothing. So my face is so fat. Oh my god. But anywho, but yeah, I would definitely say to send your kids dormant. If you know, for those of you that are watching that have kids that are going to college, or for those of you who are watching that's about to go to college, for those of you that are in college but want to go away to college, definitely dorm, because it teaches you independence. You get away from what you're used to and you get to experience a lot more. So that's what I would say. But that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope that you guys actually got something from it. If you want to know more, just make sure you comment down below or follow me on all my social media. It's definitely going to be all in the description box. Make sure you go check out my last video and the next video that I'll be uploading, okay? So, y'all already know who it is. It's Chrissy Angel. I'm about to finish my dinner, take a shower, and go to sleep. But for now, it's Chrissy Angel. I love you. Stay tuned for my next videos, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Share if you want. But I love you guys.